Hey everyone, French Tutor here. Today let's talk everything about Buling, a 4-star Electro Rectifier Resonator, who is a healer that buffs resonance skill damage and damage in general, applies the new Electro Flare negative status, and can compete with Shorekeeper, who is a 5-star in certain teams. Let's go over her kit, how to optimize her, some advanced tech, her rotations, her builds, teams, sequence nodes, and much more. Feel free to use the timestamps to cater to your needs. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to make sure you don't miss out on anything. And disclaimer, this guide was recorded from the media server. Things may be subject to change in the final released version. Check the pinned comment down below if there are any changes. Thank you, and let's get right into it. First, let's start with our basic attack sequence. It's going to be a 4-hit sequence, so you do 1, 2, 3, and 4 with some thunder coming down. Note that basic attack 3 is good at pulling in enemies. Her mid-air attack is going to look like this. It feels a little slow and then she drops like a rock, and this can be useful for advanced rotations. Dodge counter is essentially basic attack 3 and follows up into basic attack 4. Her resonance skill attacks and pulls in enemies continuously, and this follows up into basic attack 4. And this 2-hit sequence will be very important later. Now, when Buling uses her normal attacks and resonance skill, she gains something called trigrams, and it's these icons above your Forte Gauge. And there are only 2 types. The yellow one is the mountain trigram, and the blue one is the thunder trigram. If you ever confuse them, the thunder is blue because she uses blue thunderbolts. To get the yellow mountain trigram, use your basic attack 2. To gain the blue thunder trigram, use your basic attack 4, your resonance skill, and your mid-air attack. Now, once you have at least 2 trigrams, you can use one of her 4 special heavy attacks. When you have a yellow mountain trigram, and then a blue thunder trigram, she will cast heavy attack mountain over thunder. This deals the highest damage out of all the heavy attacks, and it's the most common. And the most common sequence for this is doing a full basic attack sequence into heavy attack mountain over thunder. When you have a blue thunder trigram, and then a yellow mountain trigram, she will cast heavy attack thunder over mountain. This deals damage and reduces vibration strength. The most common sequence to cast this is by doing your mid-air attack into your basic attack 1 and 2 into heavy attack thunder over mountain. When you quick swap with Carlotta and Changli, you're going to use this heavy attack a lot, since you can use your mid-air attack comfortably. When you have 2 blue thunder trigrams, you will cast heavy attack twin thunders. This gradually heals all resonators every second for 8 seconds. And this is the second most common heavy attack. The most common sequence to use this is by doing your resonance skill into your basic attack 4. And this is your bread and butter way to heal. Lastly, when you have 2 yellow mountain trigrams, you can cast heavy attack twin mountains. And this heals all resonators instantly. But it's not very practical or common to use, since you need to do 2 basic attack 2s in a row. And it's worth noting, if you have less than 2 trigrams and use a heavy attack, she's going to shock herself and lose 20% of her current HP, all trigrams, and she can't move. So make sure to keep an eye on your trigrams. Now let's talk about our actual Forte Gauge. The left yellow side is called Minor Yang, and it's obtained by using your heavy attack mountain over thunder, or thunder over mountain. But to keep things simple, just have 1 yellow mountain trigram and at least 1 blue thunder trigram, in any order. So in your rotation, you have to use your basic attack 2 at least once. The right blue Forte is called Minor Yin, and you can obtain this by using a double blue thunder trigram or a double yellow mountain trigram. You're most likely going to do a double blue thunder trigram from your resonance skill into your basic attack 4 to gain this. So now, once both your Forte Gauges are full, Buling enters the yin-yang balanced state, which enhances her resonance liberation. Her normal liberation just attacks and deals damage, but once you enhance it with a full Forte Gauge, she's going to generate something called a 5 Thunders spell array. This does 2 things. This inflicts 2 stacks of Electro Flare, a negative status on all targets within it every 2 seconds, and this lasts for 24 seconds. I'll explain Electro Flare a little bit later, because the second thing, which is more important, allows all resonators to enter the Thunder Spell Primordial Chi state. So now in this state, you want to cast your intro skills with your other resonators. So this is very similar with how Shorekeeper works. So once you use the next resonator's intro skill, the initial state becomes Thunder Spell Yin and Yang state. And this grants 10% resonance skill damage bonus to all active resonators. And once you cast the next intro skill in this state, this becomes Thunder Spell Heaven, Earth, Mind, which grants 25% resonance skill damage bonus to all active resonators. For a basic rotation, first do basic attack 1, 2, 3, into 4, then use heavy attack Mountain over Thunder into your resonance skill, and then basic attack 4 into heavy attack Twin Thunders, use your Echo skill, and then your Liberation. For an advanced but slow rotation, start off with Carlotta's or Changli's resonance skill into Buling's mid-air attack, basic attack 1, 2, into heavy attack Thunder over Mountain, into resonance skill, basic attack 4, into heavy attack Twin Thunders, Echo, and then your Liberation. For Forte Prioritization, first level up your normal attack, and then your Forte Circuit, your intro, and then resonance skill, and then finally Liberation. For the Forte levels, I would level normal attack from level 6 to 8. That's where you do your main healing, and then level 6 to 8 for your Forte Circuit. That does the most amount of damage. Now the rest, you don't really have to level up that much. Intro, I would keep level 6 or less, and same with your resonance skill. And honestly, your Liberation you can just keep at level 1, because it gets replaced with your Forte Circuit Enhanced Liberation anyway. But if this changes, I'll update it in the pinned comment. And some extra details to her kit. Her outro skill is going to heal the next resonator by a certain amount, and it amplifies the damage of your team by 15% for 30 seconds. Her intro skill does a few things. It deals damage and heals your entire team, and once you unlock your second inherent skill, you can apply 4 stacks of Electro Flare to the targets that are hit. Her first inherent skill, Buling gains 25% healing bonus when Buling restores resonators with HP less than 50%. For her Echo build, Rejuvenating Glow is a great set for her as a healer. If you don't need the extra healing bonus, and you can support a sub DPS that does a good amount of damage, then I would recommend the Moonlit Cloud set. You have a few choices for her cost 4 Echoes. Fallacy of No Return is a great choice, and it works very smoothly with the rotations, and the extra energy regen helps. Bellborn can also be a good choice, since it has both Sonata sets. Now her main stats could be a little bit tricky. For cost 4 Echoes, in my opinion, I would actually go for attack percent, because that already helps her heal more, and you do a bit more damage, but you can go with healing bonus if you need the extra healing. Cost 3 Echoes also depend too, especially on your weapon. Generally, you can't go wrong with double energy regen, but if your weapon has energy regen already, you can use 1 attack percent cost 3 Echo. And if you're using Stellar Symphony, you can just do double attack percent. Lastly, cost 1 Echoes, go for attack percent. For substats, you want to focus on energy regen first, followed by attack percent, and then flat attack for better healing. Now let's talk about Buling's build. Her healing scales off of attack, and she's going to need a lot of energy regen. So for her weapons, Cosmic Ripples is a great choice. It has high base attack, attack percent, and energy regen. If you don't have those, Fusion Accretion is a great choice. It gives a good amount of attack, and it can restore some resonance energy. You also can use Variation for the high energy regen, but remember, you don't always need that extra Concerto energy. If you don't have any other 4 stars, you can use the free Call of the Abyss for the energy regen. And if you don't have any of those, Rectifier of Voyager is a good choice for the energy regen and the extra resonance energy. Now for teams, phrolova is the biggest winner with Buling teams. She's going to do more damage with Buling, especially when Buling is S6, and phrolova has a lot of crit rate already, so she doesn't rely it too much on Shorekeeper. But clear times with Shorekeeper is relatively same, especially if your Cantarella is well built. You'll get more value from Buling if you use Choyen, since you have a good team with a healer and a sub DPS. And your free to play option would be Dungeon. The next team is with Jinshi. Yes, you'll do more damage with Buling, especially when she's S6, but Verena does have faster rotations, so just keep that in mind. In the second slot, you can also use Cantarella. Now with the Carlotta and Judgy team, I believe clear times are a little bit faster with Shorekeeper, because although S6 Buling gives more damage to Carlotta, it's not a huge difference, and Shorekeeper gives extra crit rate, so that helps a lot for Carlotta and Judgy. But if you need a good Shorekeeper alternative, I would definitely just use Buling. As a 4-star, she still performs really well. For a free-to-play option here, I love using Yang Yang, because Yang Yang and Buling can group enemies together, and that's good for Carlotta since her AoE isn't the best. And she gives resonance energy to Carlotta. Now for Changli teams. If you have another fusion support like Lupa or Brent, Shorekeeper outperforms Buling here, and that's okay because you have 2 strong fusion resonators. But if you only have Changli, Buling is still a pretty good option to use. And remember, she is also a universal healer. I would use her over Baizhi, so you can get creative with her teams. If you liked the video so far, please make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you. Now let's look at an advanced team rotation with Carlotta and Joji to show you a Buling mid-air attack rotation. And remember, this rotation is better with Variation or Stellar Symphony for the extra concerto. Start with Carlotta's Resonance Skill 1, 2, wait a little bit, Buling's mid-air attack into Joji's Liberation, into Buling's basic attack 1, 2, and into heavy attack Thunder over Mountain, into Joji's basic attack 1, 2, and 3, and then we're gonna switch into Buling's skill, into basic attack 4, into heavy attack Twin Thunders, Echo skill, and then your Liberation. Use Joji's intro skill and then enhance resonance skill, skill basic attack, and your enhanced resonance skill 3 times, and then echo skill, and then switch into Carlotta. Let's use her resonance skill 1, 2, and then her mid-air attack into her enhanced heavy attack into your liberation part 1. And then we're just going to do the 4 liberation shots right here. So you got 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then liberation part 2. And then you have an optional resonance skill here, but you can just use your echo skill here and then swap out. Finally, let's talk about Electro Flare, but you don't have to worry too much about this mechanic right now. So Electro Flare is a negative status and a damage over time mechanic. Targets will lose half of the effect stacks with each instance of damage, and by default, Electro Flare stacks up to 10 times. The higher the stacks, the more damage. But once you have the max 10 stacks, any new stacks inflicted will become Electro Rage. And this just increases the damage of your next Electro Flare. It's removed once it's triggered, and this also stacks up to 10 times by default. And the higher stacks you have of Electro Rage, the more damage Electro Flare deals. Now let's talk about her sequence nodes. S1 gives her Enhanced Liberation, a 20% crit rate buff. For S2, Buling is going to restore 25 resonance energy when she gets a full Forte Gauge from her yin-yang balance state. For S3, during 5 Thunders spell array, she's going to immediately restore a certain amount of HP to any resonators in the team that drops below 50% HP. S4 is going to give her a 20% healing bonus. Feel free to switch your cost for Echo to attack percent if you didn't already. S5 lets you inflict another 6 stacks of Electro Flare on all targets in the range of 5 Thunders spell array. S6 gives the Thunder spell Heaven Earth Mind State, will now grant 50% resonance skill damage bonus instead of 25%. So this is a nice boost of damage to your main DPS that uses resonance skill damage. Alright, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please make sure to like and subscribe. I have more Buling videos coming up. I have an advanced guide and a team rotation guide coming up, so look out for those. Make sure to follow me on Twitch and join our Discord. All the links are down below. Other than that, thank you again so much for watching. Take care now.